There we go, we're back. Hopefully people will find us again. If not, it will be posted and people will be able to watch the replay. Okay, we've had some technical difficulties. We're back for phase 2 of our interview with Clint, and he was getting ready to talk to us about his challenges today.
Challenges today is really a lot of it has to do with the trach and the breathing. That's why my machine has to come with me everywhere. I can never have a real job. I'm too much of a liability. What people really don't understand is I need that machine. I need to be moist. Without it being moist, it'll start bleeding, and then clots, and then I choke to death, and then what's that mean? And like in the winter, I can't go out in the air below 31 degrees, or my lungs freeze. What people don't understand, when you breathe without one of these, it's already moist in there. You got your diaphragm and your breathing tube, your trachea and stuff. But I breathe through this thing.
Right.
That's as far as it goes down in my neck.
Wow.
This is the shit that goes in its sleeve. People don't get that. That's an instant jumper cable to my lungs.
Wow. That's a good way to put it.
So for me to do stuff, I have to have my machine. And sometimes I feel bad asking people because I feel like I'm burning. I'm afraid to go to New Visions because that'll override somebody and I miss going there.
How long have you had this?
Going on 10 years.
Why do you have it?
Well, we used to say I was a bad boy and karma got to me.
Okay.
This was God's second chance for me. And I don't regret it. Because it made me who I am today.
Okay. As a result of throat cancer? No?
And congestive heart failure.
Oh, wow.
I was working in a foundry for a couple years. I was great shape. 210. And then all of a sudden I just got really sick. Went from 210 to 450.
Oh my gosh.
In 6 months.
In 6 months? Wow. Okay.
And then just the heart just wasn't beating right. Went in for an heart ablation. And then came out of recovery and my lungs collapsed. I don't remember none of that.
Yeah.
All I remember is I was in a place being wheeled down to a dark hole with dead things pushing me with doctor jackets on. Millions of them. Coming out of hallway doors. They weren't touching me. They had severed limbs and stubs and bruises and bleeding. Kept getting pushed in this dark hole. And then I looked up, and then the brightest light known to man. It's like looking in the sun, but it doesn't hurt you. And then I woke up. Woke up strapped to a bed, couldn't talk. Scariest shit ever.
Can't imagine.
So then, me and my recovery in the hospital had some good nurses and some bad nurses. Now, for you guys out there, a woman can manhandle you as well. Because it happened to me.
A woman manhandled you? Yeah.
Couldn't talk. She was trying to get my lung x-rays. She grabbed me, threw me forward, and slammed me back. And my robe was all ripped the hell out. Everything. And then my regular nurse, respiratory therapist nurse, came in, saw me crying. She's like, what happened? And she's like, I'll be right back. She checked that woman. So in a kind of sort of way, I felt like I was raped. Seriously.
Right.
Because I had no way to defend myself, couldn't speak out. I was too weak.
Very vulnerable.
So yeah, it was a big struggle. Came from dying twice. I should be legally retarded because brain dead because of how long I was dead. For one time, 20 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
First one was 15.
And the second one was 20. Oh my gosh.
And then that was the last chance for me. Called my mom. Said, you're either going to call it or we put a trach in and see what happens. My organs were failing. I don't know none of this. It's in a coma. So that's when I woke up out of the coma when I was
Right.
I had to learn how to walk. My life resetted at that point. And the journey coming out of the hospital was rough.
How long were you in the hospital?
This is what happens when you have furry children.
We're live!
That shit is real.
Exactly. Doesn't get more real than this. So, a month and a half?
Well, a month and a half, I think. It's just off. But, one day I just sat up and then just couldn't talk. I just, lips were moving and thinking it. Like, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, get me the hell out of here, I'll change, I swear. Same word, nothing. And then, I mean, there was tears of that. Ask for forgiveness for everything I did wrong, and my life turned around. Got out of that hospital fast.
Yeah. Well, you know, you and I talked a little bit about, before we went on air, about your religious background growing up. And basically you said it was a hot mess.
Yeah, I'm like a mutt. A little bit of everything. If I would say, I would be a spiritualist.
But
I
even growing
believe-
up, you felt what you were being told wasn't right.
Well, I was kind of forced going to Bible school.
Right.
And then as I got older, I just got in arguments with priests because I knew they were full of shit.
You knew it wasn't right.
So, I've met some priests out there that were legit. And then I got into Catholicism. Then I got into paganism. Then I got into all kinds of crap. So it's just, and then I just started learning what is real and what is not. I mean, I'm not saying Christianity isn't right.
Right.
For some people it is.
It just wasn't right for you.
I would have to say where my roots go is the ancient religions, tribal, Native Americans, Aztecs, Sumerians, the root of all of it. That's where you're going to find your truths. The reason what got me out of Christianity is how many damn Bibles you need. How many? It's getting rewritten so many times.
Right.
Same way with Catholic. Sorry, Pope, but I'm true. It's just, I'm not down in it. It's not for me.
Right. So you're in the hospital, you cry out for help, call on archangels, and you make this decision to change your life. So what did you start believing? I mean, there are people out there that did you follow a religion? What did you do to find your spirituality?
I believe there's a divine being, a God, that controls it all. Is it Christianity? Maybe. Is it Odin from Viking? Maybe. Is it a female with a sick, demented, kind of twisted kind of way? Maybe. Either way, something's there.
So what is it you believe?
I believe in the light and dark. I believe that battle between the two. But also, I'm starting to learn that I don't think it's really a battle. I think you need the darkness to grow, to become the better of you.
Okay.
Without negativity, you can't have positivity. Everything can't be love and light. Then you lose the balance. The reason why there's so much chaotic and chaos and everybody acting like a twit is we are unbalanced. Drastically unbalanced. I mean, come on. Shooting somebody and killing somebody, a kid, because they had a Trump hat? Really? In McDonald's? I'm embarrassed to even call me a human.
So troubled times for sure. What's going to bring us out of this? And what's your belief that's going to help? I mean, obviously we are in a huge shift. The negative has to come to the surface. Like you said, the dark has to come up so we can see the light. Do you believe that's what's going on with humanity right now?
Yeah. Like Kayana talks about and everybody else talks about, there is a big shift. But I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. But goodness comes from a darkness. Something bad has to happen for something good to be created. We did this to ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
So instead of complaining about it, just grow from it. I mean, you're gonna get back. This here, it's just a vehicle for what you really are.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that.
But yeah, almost honestly, you can't save it now. There's no turning back. You just gotta change and help people get through it. Help those that are waking up, go in the darkness of hell and bring people that need to come out of that. Like, that's what I do.
Okay, so you get out of the hospital, you start to change your life. When do you realize that you're a healer? Before we get into what it is you do, when did you realize that you had the gift?
When I was 10.
When you were what? When you were 10.
I was naturally an empath. I naturally seen things that other people didn't. I witnessed omens, and people just thought I was crazy. I don't know. I wasn't on any drugs.
Okay.
Saw people without faces come and then disappear behind a tree. All freaked out there. Seen UFOs. Me and my daughter saw UFOs. It was actually above our house, I would say a good 20 feet. Going slow. Triangle with red. Yeah.
So you were 10 when you knew you had this gift, and you just shut it down because of the...
No, I embraced it, but the mad thing about it was I embraced it for dark.
So did you see light as well? You just saw dark. Okay.
Darkness was, that's how I felt.
Right.
That's what came out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I just sucked the energy out of people.
Okay.
I was connecting with energy.
So that's what you were talking about earlier when you said karma got you. Okay. Okay. Now, Katie Anna would call that experience soul boot. You got a soul boot.
No, I got a God smash.
Everybody has their different terminology.
I literally got Odin's foot on my ass.
And it worked. It worked. Now, let's talk about your gift. You say that you have the special gift of being able to go in the darkness and bring people back out.
It's a matter of opinion, a matter of how you see it. I was always floating back between the veil, dark side, the light side. It was like I was created for that.
I think there are quite a few people out there that do the dance.
And there's a reason. I think there's a lot of people that don't want to be in that situation. They're afraid to come out of that. And I've tasted utter darkness. It is sickening. It'll kill you, literally. And then when I was in clinic, working on massage clinic, I actually felt what heaven, bliss is, where everybody's trying to reach. And then I got that connection. I don't want to go back. It's so much better to not be afraid of nothing. No ego. No nothing. It was just... Monks go there all the time. But I felt it. Greatest feeling ever.
And you wanted more.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to strive for. But what people really don't understand, you can't have it all the time. I mean, you can walk around and think you have it or be like you have it, but you don't. You still got the bullshit of the world to face. social media, hypocrites, procrastinators. The hardest thing in life is to stay light. It's easy to be dark. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is so easy.
It is.
But yeah, I choose not to be. It's a choice.
Every day it's a choice. Every single day it's a choice. I agree.
It's like you choose to be racial. You choose to hate people. You choose to be them. Yes, it was constructed on your upbringing to be that way. But once you get a certain age, you have a choice to keep that going.
I agree.
There's a time where you just gotta
make the decision. What are you gonna do? And you did that.
I ain't gonna lie, I still have trouble with it. I'm still not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I have my times where I see snobs and people think they're better than somebody. I just want to, really hard. But then I just sit back, breathe. It's like,
that's called being human.
it's called being a Libra.
Okay.
Libras are kind of like the guys that sit down and like, gotta try to balance this. We'll help you.
Okay, so your work really interests me because I'm a person who, when I do my work, I work from the light. I have no interest in working in anything from the dark. So, to be honest, it's not even a thought that I've had.
It's not that I work from the dark.
No. But you say you have the ability to go into the darkness and pull those that want help out. How is it you do that?
Alright, you got a lot of people that are very emotionally destroyed.
Okay.
Like people that are really fat and overweight. People that are gay that are afraid to come out. People that don't even know where they want to go.
Right.
Or just physically challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Down syndrome. All that. I kind of like go in and find those people and show them there's more to it than just being sorry for yourself.
Okay. So the other day we were talking about this and I called you the usher. You usher them to the light.
Seems like we have nicknames now. I'm the usher.
You're the usher.
She's Serenity.
So, how did you get into doing digital portrait readings?
I just started drawing. It started manifesting what art that came from within me.
And that's what we have hanging up here.
I can't. If I would express my emotions physically, I don't think I'd be in jail.
Okay, so it was your outlet, your creative outlet to release emotions that you carry.
I was always able to read people just by looking at them.
Okay. And what made you throw the artistic element in it?
I think it's more easy for a person to adjust to that than just coming out right and saying.
And you know what? For me, it gives them something to walk away with. It gives them something that when they see that art, it triggers what you had to say, that information.
Basically, when I do their art, I take the mask that they put off. I drop their ego.
You see them. You see them. You see their
I
soul.
see who they are.
Yeah. And what I like about you is the first thing you say is, I'm raw. I'm going to give it to you exactly the way I see it. So if you're not ready for truth, don't come to Clint.
Yeah. If you still want to second guess yourself, don't come to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you been doing these portrait readings?
The expo was my first actually bringing it out.
Now, have you been doing them for friends?
Yeah.
Family? Yeah. When did you start doing that?
A year ago.
About a year ago? Okay.
I always had a gift. I was just never brought it out.
Now, what about your artwork there? Have you been doing them longer?
Yeah, no.
All of this, just about a year. You're amazing. Now, how long have you been doing Reiki?
3 years.
Okay, so when you have a client on the table, do you get more information while doing your session?
It's different for me with that because I take their pain away. I try to take their pain away.
Right.
I'm not trying to read them.
Gotcha. So you don't naturally just receive messages while you're doing your work?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes. Okay.
But that's not my intention.
Gotcha.
I kind of try to have it, each thing has its own place.
Okay, so you keep it separate. Okay. So when you offer a Reiki session, do you then provide them with a reading afterwards? No, it's straight up. Okay.
If I get something while I'm performing Reiki, I'll tell them. Like I said, I'm cut and dry. I can't snowflake everything.
Well, there's no need to.
I can't.
No. Good. Good. Now, we did something interesting. I came up to Clint. It was a 2-day expo, and he was crazy busy both days. It was awesome, because I had a booth right across from him. I was there with Journeys. And so Sunday, I come walking across to him, and he has this terrified look on his face. It was pretty funny. and I look at his fiance, and I look at her, I said, look, I had this idea this morning. I think Clint, and he'll take the picture today, but then we'll do the reading live on the show. Poor Clint thought he was in trouble, but he wasn't. So, we have a picture. Clint has done his artwork on it, and he's going to give me a reading live here on the show. So, we just need to pull the picture up on the computer, right? So, maybe you and Jenny switch, and you'll be able to see his work and how he does his thing live as we get resituated here.
Oh, you kept it warm for me, man.
And I asked Clint to take a picture of me while I was working so that we could get a reading based on that. So I'm pretty excited to see what he comes up with. Okay. So that's the picture. Everybody can see. Alright. What do you got for me?
Well, when I took the picture, like I said, I can see automatically what's going to go on. But when I start doing the art, more things tend to come out, like through your eyes, the emotions that are coming out of the picture at that taken time. So like when I was taking your picture, I'd seen the things behind you.
Yeah.
I saw like the low jack of the heavens down into your skull. It's so connected, it's not even funny. And the beings that I saw, it's just like, they're just gathered behind you. like a protection kind of thing. More blessings upon you while you're doing your work.
Okay.
I see you're very in that divination. I mean, connected really solely. It's like watching a TV evangelist.
Oh, wow.
But you're not that.
But I'm not that. Okay. Wow.
You're like Jimmy Swaggart on Nitro. But it's all. But when you look it in your eyes, you have that serenity part about you, like a newborn child. Like you're open to everything. It's like it was amazing looking in your eyes. Not a lot of people can see what I can see. And it's just... Sally's the same way.
Yeah.
I loved being in their eyes. Because it's the same. You're not getting sightseeiness. You're getting people, beings that actually give a damn.
We do. Our work is definitely from our heart, so that's really cool.
Now, don't get me wrong. This one here is a totally different piece of art. Another person can be different. Another person can have junk.
Right.
And then I gotta call them on it.
Right. I didn't have any junk, not while I was...
The thing about this reading, it's not a tarot reading.
Right.
I'm not giving you past, present, and future.
Okay.
I'm giving you now.
The right now. Okay.
So it's like if you want to come back next week, it might be different.
Exactly. When I have stuff emerging. Huh.
So I lost friends over this.
Really? They didn't believe the readings? Why'd you lose friends?
Because it showed their true self.
And they weren't ready for the truth.
And then they call me a liar, that I'm full of shit, my heart's crap.
Gotcha.
Okay, then why is all the other people's art different?
Right.
If I'm crap, no, it's not that. You got some ego issues you need to fix. Just pointing it out.
They weren't ready. Yep. They weren't ready.
So it's kind of, am I scared about giving people a reading? Yeah. Because I can get knocked out. But I'm not worried about that.
No.
I wouldn't try to tempt me. But it's just, I'd rather be honest to people.
Yes.
It's the only way you're going to fix something.
No, and it's the only way they're going to trust you enough to come to you. That's what it's all. You were crazy busy all weekend because you're you.
I had to take stuff too. I had to say no to people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I got requested to come back.
You did.
And requested to go to one in Stewkill.
Uh-huh.
Not only that, Lancaster's having Indigenous Week. I was told to come to that.
There is a need
Apparently.
for what you do. Have you been validated? Do you feel confident in your gift?
I just know where I'm going. I'm not looking back.
Excellent. Fantastic.
I've been mad busy, even after the expo.
Right? Okay.
Got a shit ton of them.
I posted your Facebook page in the announcement today. Jen can post it again.
All you need to do is look up Clint Chronister and you'll have my website, Facebook, and Junction 16 or whatever. And you'll find my art there. You can see me everywhere.
What is your website? What's the name of your website?
Phoenix Dragon Wolf.
PhoenixDragonWolf.com?
Holistic Healing Arts.
Okay. Is it a
It's
.com?
through Wix.
It's through Wix. Okay. People can search for it.
Just look up my name and it'll take you to it.
Now, the art that you already have prepared, can people get online and buy that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. And that's all on your website?
It's got links to where you can buy it from.
It's got a what?
It's got links to where you can buy it from.
Okay. Fantastic.
Fine Art America.
Okay.
You can go, decide how you want it. Blanket, canvas,
Anything
prints.
you want.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But if you want to do it directly through me, my number's there. You can call me and say, hey, I need to do this. I want this done. I do commissions.
Okay.
And now I'm stepping into couples and family pictures.
Yes, that came about at the expo.
There it is. Challenge me.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up here a little bit. We got about 7 minutes left, maybe a little more. So, I want you, with all the experience that you've had, should we go back to the chairs to wrap it up? All right, let's do that. I don't think everybody needs to keep looking in my face. All right, stay with us. Don't go anywhere yet. There we go, buddy. Okay. No legs or...
It'll be alright, Zan.
Yeah,
It's almost there.
Okay, so everything that we've talked about today, we have a lot of new viewers on Divine Collaboration. What is some of the best advice you were given? As you said you were, when I first spoke with you through Messenger, you said you were one of Bill Trivett's guys. What was the best advice that was given to you as you embarked on this spiritual journey?
Well, one thing is, Bill didn't give up on me. He always made me feel welcome, even though he knew where I was at the time of my... Never gave up on me.
Now,
And
how did he help you move through and not give up on yourself?
Not giving up on me.
Yeah, just believing in you.
Then I met another person named, his nickname was Raymond. He always told me to go with the flow of things. So I tell people that a lot. Go with the flow. You gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take the bad with the good, or you'll never be balanced. Something's bad, it's bad for a reason. You brought it. You gotta work through it.
Now, do you believe there's a lesson in every experience? Right?
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Even it carries over from past lives. So it's like if you have, for example, if your life is really bad, it means you're going through what you put out in the past life. You gotta mend that. You gotta karma. You gotta work through it. I mean,
Now, you had a really crappy childhood. How were you able to forgive those that hurt you? How were you able to forgive your parents?
I love my mom to death. love her. She's the one that gave me the strength not to give up. Stubbornness came from her. And I just forgave people.
Okay.
What happened in the past, can't change it.
So you were just able to forgive and move forward. Now, for me, when I was forgiving those, I came to a place where I understood they did the best they could with what they had, when they had it. That helped me a lot.
But you also got to understand they had a hard life too.
Exactly.
So you also got to take that into account. It's not all about you.
No. We all come here agreeing to teach each other lessons. You know? That's what the soul contract is all about. So, for me, moving through that forgiveness was looking for the lessons.
I would like to reread my contract. Seriously. I had to be on some heaven ale or some shit.
You know, it all seems all apple pies, unicorns, and rainbows when you're up there. Then you come down here and the real shit happens.
I think the biggest thing that I worry about, people, and I brought this up at the expo, don't have to agree with me, don't have to believe me. But this is a concern. Be very mindful what you bring into your body. Because just as much as there's archangels, there's other fallen out there too. And it's a big chess game who gets in you first.
Alright.
It's the truth.
Mm-hmm. So be aware. Be aware of the energy.
Oh, yeah. I've been blessed here now for a couple of years and I haven't dealt with negative. Maybe it's what I'm putting out. Or maybe they just know what I'm about. But not to have the ego and the conceitedness. It's just be very empowered with your beliefs.
Well, you've made that shift. You've forgiven people. So, that heavy darkness that you carried through your childhood and young adulthood up to 10 years ago. You decided to change your life. And a lot of that was letting go of those parts and seeing more light. And when you do that, that allows more light in.
I'm more healthier now.
Uh-huh.
I love myself more even though... But, this ain't me. What you're getting is what's inside of me.
Exactly.
And that's what people need to get over. It's like when I met, is it Judy or Judith, or can I just call you whatever?
It's Judy. Judith, you can call me whatever you'd like. Just
Like,
don't call me late for dinner.
When I met Judith, I didn't see. Saw her eyes. I got her connection to her eyes. And then I was like, this woman's cool. Let's see what she's about. Now her other part, I don't know how to take her. She don't look at me enough to. I know, it's alright. But she's fun too. It's people really need to get over the stereotypes, the ego. There's a lot of people that are not giving a chance.
I agree.
And that's what makes me sick.
But you're knocking down those walls. You're knocking down those barriers. You have this this disability. To do
Yeah,
it
that's
for
the
us
whole
too.
reason why I did this.
Exactly. You have this disability that you could just, count yourself down and out. But
Just-
no.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no. You are out. You are
I'll
doing it.
strap that machine to my back and march through snow.
You are doing it. So what's next for Clint?
Well, while I'm doing my artwork, doing these expos, while I'm doing my artwork, I'm going to make an art book without words. My art is going to tell the story. And then from that, I'm thinking about doing a set of tarot cards and rune cards down the road. And then from that, if things go right,
When things go right.
at the end. It's the end goal. It's the end game. I want to have my own wellness center.
Outstanding.
I mean, I know so many people, my connection and networks, that do different stuff. I want to bring different culture healing together in one place. I want to bring art outside more because through art I can help a kid, an adult, elderly, even mentally challenged. Like say a kid does art, right? And it's dark, it's scary. Maybe that kid's being molested. And my wellness center having paint night, and I catch this, I could probably be saving a kid's life.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Or someone that's in school who's thinking about committing suicide. I have a lot of things I want to use this for. That people just overlook, oh, it's just art. No, it's not just art.
Yeah. Well, the response you had at the expo, it's not just art. It's not just art. I look forward to watching you grow and watching your business grow. I'm so excited for you. And I'm so glad I got to meet you. Thanks for giving Katie Anna some shit and having her put you on my show.
Katie Anna, she wows me sometimes.
She wows us all sometimes.
I just sit back, I actually sit back and watch Lloyd and Katie and I give my 2 cents every now and again. And then I leave. Typical Libra. But, no, I love the community that I'm with. Bob, Jill and Noel, you guys now are in my circle now.
Yeah. And you need to come to New Visions. Don't worry about that.
And Lloyd.
Bring it.
Lloyd's actually a fan of mine. I found that funny when he said that.
You have a lot of fans now, sir.
Trust me, I'm impressed. I'm still in that wow moment. All my life I've been having things ripped from me. And then finally I had to see this through. It's in a lot of pain. That whole show is in a lot of pain. But I didn't feel it. I was still in the moment. That's like this wasn't even a concern. It was when I had my brakes. Shit.
I gotcha. But you know, this is what happens when you find your tribe. When you find your tribe, you find your community of people that love and support you, and you soar. If you feel like there's nothing you can't do, you're limitless. So it's an honor to be a part of your tribe, sir.
I'm very blessed.
as are we. You have any last words for our viewers?
Yeah, actually. Just stay true to yourself. Don't listen to other people. You were born with a thing, it's called a conscience. That'll tell you right from wrong. Just gotta listen. Don't worry about what the other person says about you. You worry about what you need to do and everything will just fall into place. We second guess ourselves too much. Just stay true to yourself. Stop being someone you're not.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We are Divine Collaboration. Have a great night. See you next week.